Here we go. Welcome, welcome. It is March 16th. Who is excited for quarter number 4 in Mary Kay? Ladies, it is the first day of a brand new star quarter, quarter number 4, and we are officially in the final 4 of our Mary Kay seminar year. So March, April, May, and June. That's the final 4. And I love what Susie talked about last week about, you know what, anything excites me about the game, about basketball, about the last stretch. This is the last stretch. And so this is where champions are turned into finishers. Like finishers are turned into champions, champions turned into finishers. This is where we don't just rest on our laurels. This is where we take a step up. This is where we raise the bar on our business. This is where we make a difference in our business and in the lives of others. So, who's ready to make some awesome stuff happen this last 3.5 months? Because that's what we got, 3.5 months. Woohoo! All right, who took advantage? I want to give some shout outs tonight. Who took advantage of double credit sales? The sales credit before the 15th. Did anybody take advantage of it? All right. Did you order from the 1st to the 15th? Yay! Because of you. Great job, Melinda. Great job, everyone that raised their hand. Because of you, your unit receives double credit for that. So if you ordered 500 wholesale, usually that would count for 1,000 retail. But no, not this month. We got another $1,000 in credit for that. So that was like 1,500 credit instead of just 500. So congratulations, ladies. Thank you so much for that. How about our max out chicks? It was $1,000 wholesale to max out by the 15th. Anybody do 1,000 wholesale? Yes. Okay, great job, max out mamas. Betsy's up there. I know Betsy did it, Laurie did it, Susie did it, Jana did it. Congratulations, ladies. That is a really big honking deal. Okay, next. I want you to remember we still have double credit going on through the end of March for our court of sharing. Okay, so when you recruit someone this month, it's only a $10 starter kit. Am I right with that? Like it does count. The recruiting goes to the end of the month. Okay, great. I just wanted to double check with my pink jacketed compadres. So, ladies, this is a perfect month to share the Mary Kay opportunity. Now, are we just going to run up to somebody on the street and say, "Oh my gosh, the Mary Kay starter kit's only $10. You should join my team"? Probably not. But you probably should contact all of your favorite clients that you think would be great at doing what we do. Okay? Talk to your sales director about that. Who are you looking for? You're looking for professional women. You're looking for women that love Mary Kay. You're looking for women that if she ever chose to start a Mary Kay business, she'd be great at doing what we do. All right. $10 kit goes to the end of the month. It all starts with faces. Remember, faces take you places, and it's easier to recruit someone closer to the trial of the product. So when people try the product on their skin and they experience it, they're going to be more excited about it. Okay, next. How about a star consultants for quarter 3 that just ended yesterday or last night at midnight? Who do we have on here that finished the quarter as a star consultant? Raise your hand. Susie, Lori, Allison, Betsy, Tony. Who else do we have? Great job, ladies. So, so proud of you. Way to go. Okay, next, don't forget career conference. If you haven't had your career conference yet, I know that Susie's gang is going to St. Charles this weekend. Allison, is Orlando this weekend or the following weekend? The following weekend? This one? Oh, the following weekend. Okay, so the following weekend, don't forget, ladies, you can do on-site registration for those conferences. And if you're going to Jill Davis's spring conference in Kansas City with a bunch of us, then we definitely want you to reach out to me. So in case there's a transfer, that we can get you into our conference. That's going to be super exciting. Tony Kelly is going to Allen, Texas. And that is actually next weekend on the 28th as well. So great job, Tony. Super excited. And next, get in your red jacket before career conference. That's a really big deal. So if you're super close, if you have one or two people on your to get on your team or get to activate before that, that is a really big deal. Talk to your sales director, let her know what your goals are, but you're going to get a walk across that stage. So don't miss out on that. Okay, next we have a blinged out jacket contest. Everybody's seen those cute denim jackets? They are adorable. So I know Allison's like, yes, mama. Yeah, so, so cute. Okay, so I'm just going to read you the rules on that or how you win. The top 10 independent beauty consultants and top 10 independent sales directors per seminar affiliation. That's a total of 60 achievers are going to win this. You have to be active and achieve the highest retail sales through your online shop during the challenge timeframe, and you can earn a fashionable and blinged out Mary Kay branded denim jacket. That's when you're going to attract attention. That's what we do. We attract people. We don't attack people. So now's the time to accelerate your Mary Kay business with my shop and earn your chance to literally wear your success on your shoulders at seminar. And guess what? Salesforce members who achieve this challenge can pick up their jacket in their requested size at a reward roundup at Seminar 2026 in Fort Worth. You will also receive onstage recognition to celebrate your incredible accomplishment. How cool is that? So, all right, ladies, it's time. It is time for, oh, by the way, you can go on Mary Kay and like when it has that scrolling thing that scrolls across that talks about this contest, click on it and it will let you see who are the on target ones to get the jacket. Did you know that?
Oh.
Yeah, they have directors and consultants per seminar. And so if you haven't had a chance to check that out, please go look at that, ladies. It's really good. Okay, are you ready? It's time for the top three. So we are going to talk about the top 3 points earners for this week. Oh, Allison's got, I need to get one of those pom-poms. Those are cute. Okay, so it is time for us to recognize the top 3 points getters for this week. And so if you're not filling out the points form, you know what? I think that being consistent and just filling out the form will start helping you figure out, what do I need to do? What do I need to do for to get these points? Well, that's going to show you the road to success as well. And by the way, I think the preferred customer program enrollment starts today. Is that right? Is that right? Thank you, Lori Parks, for giving me that info. Thank you for the intel. I feel like I have a speaker in my ear, and that's amazing. Okay. All right. So, with our number 3 this week, with 714 points from the Susie Moeller unit, Lisa Brooks. Woo! Okay, Lisa, I'm gonna spotlight you here real quick. I'm gonna pin you up here. All right, Lisa, can you unmute, please? So
Okay.
y'all, Lisa had facials, like she had like 6 facials or 6 double facials. She also um, is booking appointments. And so, Lisa, I want to ask you real quick. Have you had a pivot in your mindset? Because I've noticed that you are popping into our top 3 consistently. So can you tell us about any pivot that you might have had in your mindset?
Well, with getting finally getting a new job, and there was a lot of women there when we had our orientation last week. I was handing out books and cards and samples and talking to all the women in there that were there. And, if they were asking questions, I was trying to help, and I even sent them different information.
I love
And they're even talking about maybe doing like a little party there at the facility on the day that they're closed. That's
Wow.
what I was told today. So,
That is so good, Lisa. And you know what? I'm sure that you're also thinking, oh my goodness, if they have a party and then I book everybody else for, book all of those people for a follow-up facial, think of all of the people that they have in their circle, their
hmm
friends and family, and then their friends' friends and family. And so it just continues on, and what a blessing. So, Lisa, I just want to congratulate you for your bravery. Thank you for stepping outside of your comfort zone and just doing it. So great job. Let's give Lisa a big round of applause. Woohoo! Thank you, Lisa.
thank you.
You're welcome. All right, now on to our number two for this week. Number two with 1,977 in points from the Jana Strunk unit, Lori Parks. Woohoo! Lori, unmute for us, sister.
Hey.
And I'm going to pin you here. Okay, so
Okay.
Lori, I saw that you had some facials and that
Yeah.
you had $816 in sales.
Yep. I did. I I utilized my pink perks. Not only did it help me move inventory, but it actually did enough that I could do another wholesale order.
Very good. Yeah, so you had a wholesale order on there. So,
Yep.
Lori, you know how to move the product. Like
Yeah.
you know how to get. So, what would you say to someone that might be frustrated because they're not getting any parties or any facials? What would you, how would you guide them, and or what advice would you give them?
Don't give up for one thing. And if you need strategies, talk to your director. Put lead boxes out. I've actually got one in Manhattan, Kansas now, and I've gotten two leads out of that. And I think I'm getting a new team member out of one of those leads on Wednesday.
Good.
Um, it's good to keep an inventory if you can because people like to have their stuff right away. And I have people that call me or text me needing this. I went to a meeting tonight for something else, and one of the ladies there said, "Hey, I need some Time Wise Repair Day Cream." I says, "I'll deliver it to you tomorrow." So it's really helpful to have inventory,
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
it makes a difference. And you know,
hmm
that inventory also kind of serves another purpose too. It's like you're not just going to give up, right?
Right.
Because
Exactly.
you have a store.
Yeah. I
So,
have a store and I can't give up, and it's go, go, go.
amen. That's right. I love that. Thank you, Lori. Thank you
Uh-huh.
for continuing to show up. And you guys, sometimes that does happen. You know, some people think that our business goes like this and you're just cruising along. But you know what? There's bumps and there's ups and there's downs and there's ups and there's downs. But you know what? Those who are successful are the people that just keep on focusing forward. Okay, let's see if our number one is on. Oh, she is. I think she's at work tonight. Our number one with 2,178 points this week from the Jana Strunk unit, Emily Trollinger. Woohoo! Emily, if you can unmute, sister, if you can hop on, we would love to.
Hi,
Oh,
everybody.
there she is. Okay, Emily, real quick. So you had a party and you have bookings, you're continually booking, and you had $1,141 in retail sales this week. That's great. That's awesome. So we're consistently seeing people in the 900 and 1,000 range in the top two positions. Emily, what advice would you give to someone that might be on again, off again, feeling like they might be defeated? What advice would you give?
I mean, I think first thing I would offer is listen to your director. Take motivation that you give me. I've been able to take that motivation and drive with that. Some of my sales were from the Thursday night facials. Some of my sales were from bookings on bookings. And so I really wouldn't have a clue what I'm doing if I didn't follow your guidance and reach out to you and lean on you on a regular basis. So that's my go-to is you, Jan, director. So that would be my number one is if you feel like you're right or you're feeling like you're missing something, take the motivation from your director.
Amen. One quick question, and then because I ran over in time, I apologize. Emily, how often do we stay, are we in communication, you and I?
Probably several times a day.
Several times a day. That's right. And so if you're
Mhm.
feeling like, okay, Emily, you're amazing. Thank you so much for all you do. Congratulations. And so, ladies, if you are if you're not in contact with your independent sales director, because Lori's also in contact, that is key. It really is key. And so if you want to do more in your Mary Kay business, yeah, I would encourage you definitely focus on that. So I'm going to turn it over to our amazing sales director, Susie Moeller, with great training for us all for tonight.
So I have a quick question first. For these superstar sellers that every week are holding appointments, um, we clearly see that these $800,000, $900,000 weeks are coming from parties and faces. And I've had multiple conversations with consultants, and I would love to know, because we have different units, just roughly, like Emily and Laurie, who are always in the top, what do you do during your facial? How long does it last? What do you do during your party? Meaning skincare, makeup, or Jana, you can answer for them or they can answer, but I've had people asking and they only know what I teach, so we would love to hear.
I will just volunteer first and then I'll get back to work and just be a listener. I'm not spending more than 3 hours with parties. And I'm still new to this, so I feel like that's all I know is the parties. So I've just tried to maintain what I learned from my launch party, and just do the facials and make it fun and engaging. And it's about building the relationships and connecting and sharing the products.
So, Emily, one fast question, then go to work. 3 hours for one party, 3 hours for multiple parties, and do you do skincare and glamour or just one or the other?
Well, I would say I do 3 hours for one party of, between 4 and 7 women with skincare and no
Okay.
glam. We're not
Okay.
even doing out the door glam. That's just skincare. Everybody leaves with a refreshed glow. And then my makeup parties might take 2 hours.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Lori, is yours the same or different?
Some of my skincare parties last an hour, some of them last 3 hours. It just kind of depends how much talking we do and how much teaching you do. I do skincare and glam on the go, and I you just got to care about people. And I don't want to sell somebody something that they're not going to like. So I really talk to them about it and make sure that they feel good when they leave here or when I leave them or or they leave here. Yeah.
I love it.
That's my biggest concern because I care about my customers and I don't, like I said, I don't want them to be unhappy. So,
That's
yeah.
awesome. I love that. You guys are the best. So that really did lead into my training. And so Emily sold $1,000. I didn't write down Lori's, but $1,000. So she had $500 profit in 3 hours. And the thing is, that's not just one profit. That is going to pay off again and again and again in reorders. So I'm so excited that you guys are leading the way by example. But I want to talk to all the rest of us. We may have all had sales that big and we may not. But my number one thing as we're going in, I mean, I'm super excited, but they just jumped out at me. We are running our own race. We all get to learn from the person that's in front of us, and then we run our own race. So I say that because it's the beginning of the fourth quarter. Like, fourth quarter, baby! We just did the March Madness picks in my house. We do have a big family pool and all the great things. But here's what's exciting March Madness for you. How are you going to PR? A PR means your personal record. How are you going to PR with your business this quarter, this month, this week? And I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about strategy, and it all starts with up here. It starts with up here. First thing, imagine that we are literally in an auditorium with 20,000, I don't know how many, at a big game. Imagine that excitement. Imagine the pressure. If you ever played a sport, if you were ever in band, if you were ever in cheer, whatever, and you're competing and there's people watching, you feel that pressure and it's exciting, but it's also pressure. Now imagine you were there and you just got 10 points let's just say in basketball, the team isn't out on time, there's a technical, you just started out with a couple extra points. Don't you feel like, oh, God's on our side. We're going. We got some momentum. That's what we have this month. It's the beginning of the quarter, but we still have double credit and the $10 starter kit. It's like we are lined up for success. And I want us to all having the vision of $1,000 weeks and new team members every week, but we start with progress for our own personal record. So I did some research today and listen to this. The number one motivator for all of us, whether it's business, health, sports, the number one single most important factor in motivation is making progress on meaningful work. I did not, so this is a study that was done in Harvard with 12,000 people, and that was the result that they found. Another study shows that small wins, like make 10 booking calls a day, that is a win. That your brain will release dopamine and it'll make you want to do more. This one is what stood out to me the most. Progress beats rewards and pressure. I'm having a huge crash drawing in my unit this month, but that's not what motivates people. It's when they make progress. So I'm going to ask you, and I'm asking myself, what can I track that I can show progress? Is there a personal record I want to break? Is there something I want to track? How can I get a win tonight when I'm off this call this week? How can I get a win to move me forward? If you don't know what I'm thinking, what I'm talking about, here's another example. Have you ever been on a diet, stepped on the scale, and you lost a half a pound? Woo, baby, I'm losing weight. I have to lose just half of a pound and I feel good. But I'm telling you what, if I gain a pound, I'm going to eat some cookies right there. I wish I was exaggerating. That is the truth. So as we're looking at what's left in this seminar year, 3.5 months, one full quarter, I want us to do a little bit of strategy. So I hope you have a pen. First of all, you get to decide what you're working on. You are a leader. As a leader in Mary Kay, running your own business, you decide, Laurie, I think is going for the top of the Queen's Court, and we're going to see her at seminar. But that might not be. I'm not in target for that. So but I'm not comparing. We all decide what is important to us. That study showed it has to be meaningful work for you. So as I'm talking, hopefully a vision is coming to your mind of what is meaningful for you, because I prayed about this today, that God would give us all the courage to have the vision he gives us. Okay, so Mary Kay has 2 built-in goals in this company. Well, more than that, but 2 that Mary Kay structured the base with: Star Consultant and Red Jacket. And so if you don't know what to do, there you go. If you do know what to do, it will tie in with that. So let's talk about Star Consultant. Today is day one of this new quarter to order 1,800 wholesale, or a lot more if you're going for the Queen's Court, but a minimum of 1,800 wholesale by June 15th. For some of you, you're like, easy peasy, I do it every month. Okay, then what record could you break? What could your PR be this quarter? Could it be in the next level? Could it be adding some qualified team members to bump you up? Some of you may have never been a star. Some of you might not even know what a star is. That's why I shared it. But Mary Kay put this goal in because it's so important. Once you're a star, you'll know you can be a star again. Once you're a pearl star, you'll know you can do it again. So what would your star goal be? So jot this down. Could it be that you're on target for your star this month? Because that's a win. That's like stepping on the scale and seeing you lost a pound. By the end of this month, could you have 600 in, 300 in to be on target for your star, 1,000 in? I don't know. What would you like? This doesn't have to be a hard and fast goal, but what gets you excited? What makes you think, oh, now that would be good. I don't know if I could do it, but that would be good. What's meaningful to you? In order to be a star, the company, like at the bottom line, if you sell 300 a week, that would be selling 1,200 a month. That would be ordering 600. So at the very bottom, Could you sell 300 this week? Did I freeze up? My screen is frozen. Okay. Could you sell 300? Could you double it? So think about that. Now I'm going to talk about, I want to share just really quick with selling. How could you get a win? So Felicia, one of our team members, she's not on tonight. I'm sharing this story to expand your thinking because there's so many ways to do this, but also we don't have to have it all figured out. She woke up this morning to a snow day. So she decided to have a text party. It's your lucky snow day, St. Patty's Day text party out of the blue. Whipped it together, invited, I'm getting error things. Are you guys? Can you still hear me? She whipped it together. She invited people and she's already sold a couple $100. She has some referrals. Here's why I'm telling you this, to stretch your thinking. What could you do? If you're out of people, she worked the party in to get referrals, even just one referral at a time. So she had kind of been stagnant. She hadn't been holding appointments. That's not her personal record, but just by making progress, she was so excited this afternoon. So what can you do to make progress today, tomorrow? By Wednesday alone, what can you do that you haven't done yet? So with selling, yeah, okay. I'm going to move on because we're running out of time. The second thing that Mary Kay set up, red jacket. If you are not a red jacket, I'm just telling you right now, you can be a red jacket by the end of this month. You could be a red jacket in one day. It's belief. But like Janice said, it is sharing with people. And so what is your best? How many people have you shared with ever in a week? What's your most? Can you break that record? Or do you want to do it like this? Who's the scariest person you ever shared with? Can you break that record? Or could you do it? How many people can I reach out to and ask? That's what my goal is. My mentor, when I was a consultant, she said, if you ask 35 people, would they listen? 15 of them will listen. 20 won't even listen. They'll probably ghost you. And so of the 15 that listen, 5 will recruit. Those are just the numbers. Those are just the numbers. So my goal this month, I don't know if I've ever asked 35 in a month. So that's my goal this month. And when I look on my little paper of how many have I asked, most of them have ghosted me, but I think I already have 6 new team members. I'm setting a record for my personal team. Now remember, we all have different. We're all different. As soon as you compare, I didn't mean that for you to compare because somebody might have more than that. As soon as you compare, you're losing because we can never compare. So when you see someone who's doing more, just take that as someday that'll be me. But right now, I'm making progress. So for your team members, what is progress that means something to you? Is it asking people to listen? Is it actually doing the sharing appointment? Is it adding new team members? Is it moving up a level from red jacket to team leader to DIQ? You get to decide what's meaningful to you, and then let's celebrate the progress. That's the last part. You know, as leaders, sometimes we're so hard on ourselves. I did this, but I got to do more. Yeah, this is good, but I got to do more. And I am the worst at that. And I get it. We probably all are. But when we celebrate our win, whether it's a little happy dance in your kitchen or you call your director or whatever, that reinforces the dopamine. That gets your dopamine going. That reinforces your brain like, yes, that's like stepping up the scale. Yeah, baby, it paid off. We gotta trick our brains. My unit knows I'm really big into brain science. So I'm gonna wrap it up like this. An action plan for the month and for the quarter. Now, it doesn't mean what am I gonna do every day? What's every step? Nope. I want you to write down whatever pops in your heart. You don't have to know how, but what is a meaningful goal for you this quarter that ends June 15th? What would be something that is bigger than you've done with Star Consultant? And how can you take action on that this week, the first week of the quarter, before too much time is gone? What is meaningful to you that still takes courage? how you can take action. And the second thing is with team building. What is a meaningful goal for you this month with that $10 e-start? I don't know that we'll get that again this year. I think the last time we had it was last March. And so I don't think it's causing people so much to sign up, but it's blocking some of their fear and giving them a little more courage. And it's also a great reason to reach out without feeling pushy. Like, hey, like Allison said, hey, I just got to tell you this. You know. And when they don't reply, it's okay. It is okay. We cannot take it personal. We're just sowing seeds all over the place, but we have to get our own selves out of it. So when you are tracking action, how many people you can ask, how many appointments you can book, you're not in charge of the results, but we get to celebrate the progress of the action that we've taken. So my last question then, so what I wrote down for me was 5 steps. What do I want for my STAR goal by the end of the quarter? What do I want and by the end of this month? I mean, I know what I want for by the quarter, but what by the end of this month? What milestone? Number 2, what do I want for team building? How many personal, whatever's in my heart. Number 3, when can I work? Because I don't know about you guys, but we all have a lot of life. So look what I printed out. That good old baby that we all know, the weekly plan sheet. And notice mine is blank, but it won't be by midnight tonight. Because when you know when you can work, it frees up your mind. Number 4, what could stop you? And for most of us, it's up here. It might be a thought. I don't know who to book. I'm out of people. I don't know what to do at a party. I don't have samples. Blah, blah. I'm not cancel. We don't need to hear that. But if you're not the only one that has limiting beliefs, that's what you take to your director because she can help you work through that. We have them. We've known how to work through them. And then the last thing is, how are you going to feel when next Monday you get on here and we say, who made progress? Some of us might have hit our personal record. Some of us might have just made progress. Progress for you might just be booking your first appointment. Yay! We're going to celebrate. We are going to celebrate. There's no comparison, but we are going to celebrate that we all moved forward. So that's what I have. And I can't see myself. I'm frozen. So I hope this even made sense. Oh, Jana, you're muted. I think you're talking.
There we go. Yes, we see a black screen, but that's what I see anyway, but we can hear you fine. Can anybody else see?
I do not know what happened. I got a Zoom error. I might get kicked off in a second.
I'm not sure what happened, but the rooms are open. And so, Susie, thank you. Ladies, progress is so impactful. So let's talk about progress. Let's go ahead and break up into our rooms. We're going to stop the recording.